every year at the convention, we always break out in the Soul Train line, and so that's the only time of the year y'all gonna see me dancing. And last year, me and Alicia did a little dance routine, and it was kind of cool. We spent like 2 months practicing, and I'm still a terrible dancer, but it was a blast. But anyway, so let's jump back in and let's continue with the training. So let's talk about some warning signs for when you hit level 4. Number one, be careful with financial advisors. Make sure you vet them carefully. Look at their credentials. Look at their track record. But even beyond that, I don't recommend giving all your wealth to one advisor. That's one thing I just don't do. I have an account in Merrill Lynch, and I have a guy that helps me, and he was trying to get me to move all my money over to him, and I said, not in a million years. I'm never going to do that. I'll allocate more money in order to do certain types of business with you, but I'm not putting all my money in one place. I just that's a rule I don't break. Also, lifestyle inflation is a wealth killer as well. When you have more money, your temptation is to have a lifestyle that inflates with your wealth, and lifestyle inflation is definitely a wealth killer. So keep that in mind. Be really careful with that. And then also, in fact, what happens is a lot of times people think that when you get a certain amount of money, you can never go broke. That happens to a lot of professional athletes and people like that, where they just think that because I make 10 million a month, I can never run out of money. Yes, you can. Everybody can. Also, a critical warning is tax planning and asset protection. The IRS, when you get a lot of money, the IRS pays very close attention to you, and their goal is also to take as much of your money as possible. And so, proper tax planning is something that you want to embrace as well as you grow your wealth. And so, just so you know, though, only 0.4% of Americans are in this category. And so, if you hit that category, congratulations. All right. So let's move on to the next stage here. All right. So this is level 5. Level 5 is when you hit 10 million to 100 million. And this is really, really rare space, 0.1%, something like that. And basically, when you get here, money's just really not even, it's an afterthought. And basically, you are talking about legacy building. And so this is where you're closing the racial wealth gap. You also focus on capital preservation. That becomes a top priority. You're not necessarily trying to get richer. Most of your investments tend to take a lower risk level. People at that level, they really don't take a lot of chances with their wealth, and they're looking for really low risk, high yield opportunities because you've got a huge strategic advantage in that you control so much capital. You may want to make asset acquisitions at that stage and build investments in like private equity. Private equity tends to appeal to people in this category. All private equity is an investment in a business that's private. So you have equity in a private company, and so private equity is big for people in this category. Also, you may want to, because you're black, look into the creation of films, books, conferences, things like that that promote wealth building tools. Because all of us in here, being B1, we care about the B1 community, and at that point, you are a financial leader. And I think it's important for you to consider how you can elevate and educate others because your money will give you a tremendous amount of power. So, supporting Black owned businesses, scholarship programs, things like that can be extremely important at that level.